Welcome back, everyone. Hawkins with again. We're back, and we're playing some more Kingdoms Reborn. The game is reached final early access as of this morning when I'm recording this, so you guys should be able to get it down in the link below to the Steam link and get the game. There's options to buy it in various different places, so hunt those down and get yourself a copy of the game as soon as you possibly can. Now, some things need to be addressed here, like the please name me YouTube. It has been pointed out that since little Hannah named the map, she clearly was wanting to name the town Nikanak. So, I think that's what we'll go with. Nikanak it is. And what else? Well, we were working on this guy. We were trying to get him sorted out, and he's allowed to cut any tree, prioritize planting non-fruit trees? Suppose it doesn't matter? Is there a reason? Do non-fruit trees produce more fruit? Or more wood? I don't know. We do a mango versus a Scythia tree? I'm not sure which one's going to produce more wood. Doesn't really tell me. But anyways, this building's not going to work well because, you know, there's people having to travel 6 trillion miles to get home. So, we're going to expand on that. We did get some really nice growth in the fruit department here, and this guy has now begun work on replanting this whole area with fruit trees. This one is still a young tree, for instance, and so is that. Unfortunately, that should not be planted there. Okay. This should be papaya. Yes, excellent. And another non-fruit tree. Why are you planting non-fruit trees? Okay. Cut non-fruit trees. Plant fruit trees. Okay, that's working. It should be working as is. Also, something was addressed that I must thank you all for. If I wanted this place right here to get its resources put in here, and then I was like, oh, there's trees in there, but I don't want them to finish. I could just drop this so that nobody does the work, but it will apparently not remove them. We'll have to give that a test at some point here, although I do want this one to not be on right now. I want to focus on the archery. Actually, the archer is going up right now. That'll mean people can then turn some lumber into influence for us to start expanding relatively aggressively. Having said that, this area is what I want to use for forestry early on. Now, there is dye farming available somewhere in here, but I'm not sure that's going to be our direction for that. We might later on convert it to some dye farm, but this area, this tile right here, needs to be unlocked. So we're going to use some food to do that. It's midsummer, our food is a little actually dangerously low. That's not great at all, is it? And I just spent. That was slightly foolhardy. Okay, let's see if we can get a bit other food production going. The mushroom farm, again, uses wood, but I'm okay with that. We're going to have it. So, we're going to have the mushrooms to work with. You're in a charcoal location. This place right here, for instance, could work. Yes. That might work nicely. Let's do that. This is not going to have a road down to it like that, but maybe somewhere up here. We're going to put in a charcoal building there. Pig farm, good. And a charcoal producer. Now, I'm going to put these guys in place, but not build them. I'll put it there. I'm going to put it there, and I'm going to let the charcoal go in here. This can be actually a charcoal tile there. Manage disallow except for charcoal, please. Coal will be listed down here. There we go. And this guy can also be turned off. This is a mushroom farm, which we can let get in there. There is no lumber super close to that, except for down here, so that's not ideal. You know what? I'm going to change that and just have it wood. We'll bring the wood in there and we'll let it pile up. Now, the next thing I want to look at is this area. We do have a forester here, and I want to put 3 or 4 of them across this row. That's the plan. You don't have the money for anything, so that's not going to happen. Can we sell anything off to get us the materials we need? Probably nothing spectacular to sell right now. We're in midsummer and we're not super stocked with food. We'll wait on that, I think. Pottery at 87, actually. We could sell a lot of that, because that pottery is the 87 that is not that's in the warehouse, not in the housing. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We're still going to continue to produce it at a higher rate than we use it, I think. Yeah, production and consumption, we're way over producing pottery, which is great, because it's profitable. It's 8.62. That gives us 570 bucks. Okay. Let's do that, and we'll look for our forester. Lovely, that's exactly what I wanted. Now, what I'm thinking is kind of a one-to-one overlap. So these guys basically run a line across here. And then we put a forester in that overlaps the other forester pretty evenly. Yeah, about there. And then we'll put one in there. And then the other one's going to be kind of in here-ish. And then another one over here. Yeah, there'll be enough room for 4 of them. If we go maybe a couple tiles past to the left with that guy. Good. Did I do that right? I did. So there's no housing nearby. Agreed. We're going to have to put in some, and I think it's going to go right in here. We're going to do this, and we're going to pull a bridge across. Going to get some weird reactions from people for this one, I'll just tell you that much. I'm a prophet, and I already know this is going to happen. But here is the plan. We're going to put in a few houses over here. Not a lot. Enough for people to genuinely work the area. And there's going to be complaints about the whole, but you're crowding your forestry. I know. There is lots of space up here, and we have to have access. Having these guys be able to live this close to their house is actually going to be not a detriment by losing that space, because they'll have enough space to still work, but they'll be able to get to and from home real quick. Now, unfortunately, they have no place for a market up here to bring them food, so that might be less than ideal. Speaking of less than ideal, we have a pig farm put in somewhere. We're not sure where we can put it. This tile is cotton, so we kind of won't want to put it there. Put them over here. How far range does this have to hit? So we could put them like down here somewhere, right? In fact, this road right here. You're gonna have a road coming off this way, right? So if that is the road there, I think that will do. But we have to own the territory, so let's do that with a bit of food. Where's that tree? Where's that tree I wanted? Right, like that. Yeah. That's the tree I want to cover, and go there. Okay. That'll work. Now this has opened up a little more space for these guys. The forester is covering almost all that turf. You see this guy versus this. Almost all of it. And then this guy over here is covering this batch. And that's the idea. Maybe this should be tighter. I don't know. It seems okay to me. Alright, so we're going to have a pig ranch in there eventually. This spot needs to be claimed, but we're going to hold off on it. I don't need it quite yet. Cotton fields are not in the works yet. So if you look up here, we've got Era 1 just about finished. And then we're going to have plantation over here. That will allow us to get cannabis seed, grape seed, cocoa seed, and cotton seed. So we can start doing something like planting the grapes and the cotton, cocoa, and actually dye. All of those things will be able to be planted immediately after that. Actually, cocoa production early, and cotton production, and wine, these all sound great. I think we're gonna have to do that. I think we'll have the forester there. Are we gonna get more forest? I want those forestry up ASAP. Actually, we have more fishing. We could put another fisherman in here. Probably, and maybe up there. Do we grab another fishing lodge? Sure. Can we plop them in over there? We're not going to have much population to maintain these pieces, though. Well, that's not bad. If we could get that in somewhere here. 102 efficiency versus this, which is going to be 70. 96. Okay. 96 is good. 102 is not going to work because we can't... Oh, wait, maybe. Interesting. That's 100 in a weird location. This is not going to work. That in theory would. No, would not. No, will not work. How about How about you let me find a space to put this? This is going to be a little bit weirdly crowding into the fruit. If I put him there, he's less crowdy. But is that going to work? 96. That's not bad. That's an okay spot. Not going to build you yet. We're going to leave him, locked off. These houses I do want in, and I want let speed boost here, finally. Some people have been asking for it, saying it's a little slow. I agree. We have been slow, but that's been intentional for the education. So what I'm trying to accomplish here is a balance of solid resource income before I start too heavily expanding. Our population is already growing. We got 29 of 56. We don't have enough people to keep everything working. As you can see, there's 0 laborers in action right now. The problem with 0 laborers in action is that, what are you? What are you doing? Move resource. How is your job moving a resource when you have no workplace and we have no laborers? I don't understand it. What's your job? He has no workplace. He's not a builder. He's not an employee. But he's moving stuff. Oh, it's the little boy. I just got that. It's the little boy. So what he's doing is actually taking food to supposedly taking stuff to his house. But that's not what he did. He just dropped it off the archery. Alright, fine. I do want the archer to work. That is going to be a forced labor situation. I also want to drop that so we don't overwork them there because we're having too many people doing too many things. In fact, we've just lost the ability to fill that pottery shop. I see. I'm going to drop the immigration. No, I'm not. I can't afford to do that. Okay, we can do snatch, more charcoal, another fruit gatherer. I think we'll free reroll on that one. Wheat seeds we don't have. Do we have the cash for it? We sure do. Alright, we're going to do that. We're going to accept that and unlock wheat farming. It's going to be fantastic. It's early autumn, so let's go ahead and build some farms. How big do these get? 60, that'll work. This one is 52, it'll work as well. Here is going to leave, let's leave a bit of extra space. These things are getting into poor quality there under the desert, under the sand. Kind of leave that, I think. Leave that be. How do we place this one? Well, let's go like this and give a gap there. I think it needs 5 tiles to fit a... We'll do 63 because I think we're going to put in a windmill in here somewhere. But in here, I want a path to cross the river. So we'll make sure we leave space for that. There's a little space here for a something, a 4x4. I don't know what goes 4x4. We can always adjust those spaces as well. We haven't brought on the Employment Bureau intentionally at this point. 3 workers finishing up the forester. That's excellent. Are we short on anything? We got wood shortage. We have a little bit of medicinal herb, and we got some medicine. Medicinal herb is starting to come off the fields in early autumn. Now, whoever's supposed to be working here is not, which means they are aware. This is the type of thing you need to figure out, because if this person is having an issue, they're way over here, okay? This guy's doing what? Get food. Okay, that's the problem. He's leaving whatever, I think he went to his house, or didn't have any food in his house, or something like that. Now he's got to go back. Now he's going to go back harvesting. He's spent all of this time not harvesting this field. If he runs into the end of autumn and hasn't harvested everything, we lose the full crop. Whatever's left on the field just disappears. Not this stuff. This harvested stuff can be picked up still. So, the other things going on, now we've got that forester should be online. Yes, he is. Okay, you're going online. Now, I'm not sure that we're going to be able to heavily operate everything there. We need more food production for sure. We definitely need more people to come in, and that's kind of our slow point right now. We need bodies to fill the fields, or the working of every sort. The archery thing is actually great. It's painful to see all those people having to work there, but instead of doing other things, that lets us do things like this. Now, we claim this province. This is a very important feature. There was, in the previous versions, if you've seen our content and other content, in a previous pre-early access release that was shown in a lot of videos that have been out up until this point, including one of mine had the bug. When you get to the point where you hit the first housing number that unlocks influence points at 12 houses, this sometimes just wouldn't appear. I wasn't informed as to what the final verdict was on what the bug that caused that, but if this didn't appear, you were screwed. Nothing influence related would work in your game for the rest of the game. Clearly a problem when it's a quintessential resource, especially in multiplayer. It's not that big of a deal here, but we will be able to use it to claim provinces. So it costs influence instead of gold or money now, or gold or food now, to claim provinces. We can do it with this. The big thing, though, is that no longer in this gold line is the tag for territory upkeep. See, it's got territory income, 65.9. Territory upkeep is influence cost of 32.9. So now we're using our politics, basically, to allow us to lay sway over different swaths of land, while the taxes for said land is brought in anyways. So this is good. I like it. I approve of this message. No, we're not going to demolish that. We're going to bring this road across, because that's awesome. We're going to let this pig farm be built, and I want it built first. It's going to take one employee. We'll leave that one employee on there at all times. I'm going to drop the hunter by 1, because that's a spare unit of work that I can give. I can have that happen there. Another 100 points. Every time they run this cycle, we get 100 influence. We'll get a few of those underway under our belt, and then they'll give us a quick boost to the influence, so we can get that started. These do have some pottery again. That's good to see it's still coming in. We actually got some oranges this time from somewhere. Oh, probably from cutting trees in areas that had orange trees. I don't want to touch the leather. I don't want to touch the stone. Or the dwindling tools or the dwindling medicine. So I think we'll go ahead and give them some fish. We've got the most of it, and it's about the same value as the rest of the stuff. We can pop this speed boost into things like our immigration. That would be great. And maybe our archery production. Now, that's going to run out of wood, right? We don't have quite enough wood here. Still don't have enough wood here. Still don't have enough. They're working on the influence, though. They're doing their target practice, I guess. There we go. We've got enough wood in there for another turn. That's excellent. We also have a house up here, which means these guys can function. Now, do we know where the people are? There they are. You, but where do you live? This I would like to know. House ID 500. Do we get an ID number for this house? No, apparently not. Okay. I'd like to find a way to link the people living in the house with the work. Occupants, 4 of 4. Okay. You don't show your house on the list, do you? Maybe not. I'd like to know if the people living up this house and working in these areas automatically get prioritized there. Now, hold on a second. We have too many priorities running. Because we have 20 people and no laborers. You're still working. Building is happening. There's 5 of them. There's 5 buildings going in. We don't have our library in yet. That's okay. We're not starving for that yet. This is a mushroom farm. Charcoal. That is a construction that needs to happen because it's a storage. I'm okay with rushing that. It won't be assigned to anything afterwards. Somehow we have forester going here. The fruit guy is not going. Okay, is going rather. I think we're kind of at the cusp. Yeah, we're 1 person short of a full load. That's the potter that we don't have going, which is unfortunate because they're going to run out of pottery. This place does have what it needs for wood supplies. It's getting a look at the influence growth, right? Pretty quick. Now, this is a bad situation for this guy. A good, 30% of his stuff is covered in territory that we don't own, and another, 40+% is doubling up here, and then he's got about probably 10 or 15% wasted on that, and another bunch wasted in the water. He's really only got this and this that's uniquely his turf, right? So he won't be hyper efficient if he runs out of trees. However, seems to be doing okay planting. Once we get enough influence, 478 with our next tick of that guy right here, we'll be able to actually go ahead and boost things there. We are bringing on more immigrants, and I want to keep that immigration office going. I think that's a fantastic idea. Conquering opponent villages or provinces with influence is a thing in multiplayer. I haven't gotten into it. I'd love to give it a try with some people if that's something people are interested in seeing. Alright, trees are falling. I like it. It seems like influence is being done. There's another 100 influence. We're at 600 and some, so clearly 2 batches went. So I'm going to do this, and it's going to give us an income of 9 more cash. Plus, it's going to open up our territory. This is all win-win all the way around. We do have 36 people, so we've grown nicely. We have 8 builders going right now. Let them do some building. So that's in place. That one's finished. Wouldn't mind having that put in. We got these houses that need to go in. This guy's in place. That's in place. Now we have 108 stone. I'm going to say go ahead and clear up, but you know what? Hold on. I'm going to say we need some sort of storage here. Here. I'm going to put in a small, let's say right here. There. I'm going to put in this size storage place. We'll say disallow all except for wood and stone. Go ahead with that. Now that's going to let us gather this stone and dump it directly into the nearest box, which is going to be there. That stone can go. That's clouds, not stone drake. Okay, that works. Those ones there. We're just going to get them to hack up a ton of stone and see how where that takes us. We've got a buy wood and a sell food option. I love having these cards, so we're going to go ahead with. Well, no, you don't need that one. Trading port's not something I can do. An immigration office, again, would help us boost our population growth, but it also takes population to run, so we need to keep boosting this guy when he gets the points available, and this guy. For a little bit longer. Oh, hello. New era is reached. Research has been advanced. Love it. Okay, so we get a frugality, sustainability, or productivity book. I'm going to go with sustainability books. Love them myself. I don't know why, I just love them. Chimney restriction, birth control, and coal treatment is now a thing. Now, the question here is, which way do we go for productivity? We could do cotton seeds. We could try to bring in cotton seeds. We could do the sawmill to make our soon-coming furniture production actually very viable. This would allow us to actually start planting and producing cotton, which is fairly impressive considering we've got cotton right in the middle of town. Kind of think we go that direction. We have all 4 of those crop types. Even if we had just the raw crops being produced in a couple farms, like say we had 2 or 3 farms of cocoa and all this, we could sell it quite aggressively without too much effort and just sell it off at the unrefined versions of them, except for cannabis, which goes straight to your people to help them work. Sustainability card is going to go in here when we bring this back on, this online. Okay, right now we have let's see what's working where. I'd like to get in these. Actually, this and this can go in place. You can actually hold over to here, and you can hold shift click, and it'll upgrade to both foresters. Okay, that one got it, and that one got it. Now we're gonna need another 140 stone to go with the next one. That's fine. Juicier bait to increase productivity on our fishery. I like that idea. We don't have the other fishery online yet. Oh, this guy didn't get upgraded. 61 woods needed to be in stock, not on the ground. There's another forester. Good. Birth control. Reduce the birth rate. No, I don't think we need to do that anytime soon. Get another forester. He's going to go up in here. He's going to have the same sort of couple tile overlap. Right? We did that much. 1, 2, 3 to the edge. Something like that. Symmetry seems fine to me. And then one more over here to get to the rest. Yeah, that's excellent. And let's see if we got... No, we don't have the influence to grab that guy up. That's fine. Sustainability cards. Oh, look at that. There's our windmill and our bakery. Happy times are here to stay, guys. We got grain on the way. Windmill requires what? It is a 5. Okay. I was hoping it was a 4 by something. Now, you've not finished this, right? Let's get rid of that guy and put in a windmill here. Here? Sure. And then we'll put in a farm in behind. It'll cover that much. Oh, that's 70. That'll work like that. Okay, good. Now, they get a combo bonus for having enough of them around, which is great. Let's see what else. Oh, wait a second. If I leave enough space in there, I could possibly put a fishery in that area. That would be a good idea later, I think. We might consider it. We can always adjust the farms later if it gets too arduous. Alright. Not bad. Doing okay. Unlock vassalization. This is all the things we're getting from the housing population, or the housing numbers going up. Farm adjacency bonus. 32 houses of tier 2 will allow us a 5% adjacency bonus per farm, up to a max of 15, producing a fairly substantial boost to our farms. We can also get another windmill if we are so lucky with our roll. There it is. Nice. Exactly what I wanted to see, and you can go right in there, providing a bonus to those places as well as helping grow crops in those places. Now, where is this going to reach? It's going to leave us some farmy potential space up there. I don't know if that's what we do with it. Maybe. This is a very, very tight spacing with all these rivers around here and with this really bad terrain. So it's probably, I probably should have had the housing not quite this close, but it does produce nice appeal as well. This is pretty lame appeal through here versus the close to the river thing, so that's pretty good for them. What's the appeal here? 74. Whereas this guy's 86, 91, 97, 100. It's the best house in town right there. Nope, that's the best house in town right there. Because you're closer to the markets, I suppose. Speaking of which, we don't have markets yet. What do we get that? Where's the market? Is that under a housing thing again? I forget what unlocks that. Is it tech? It is, no, yeah, it's a tech. It's an Era 3 technology. So we could definitely use with improving our science. This building right here, if we unlock it, we'll actually get some wood and some stone in there, and it'll be a library that is not actually manned to accomplish its goal. We do still have this sustainability book. Not enough input. We could give it a easier input, and then we could also give it a less input here, so it drops it all the way down to 5 wood, making 10 coal, and that 10 coal has, actually there's another production efficiency, so 5 wood makes 15 coal with the card, and the 15 coal is twice as much heat production. With 2 of them we get a 15% boost to productivity as well. Nice. I like that. That is a beautiful feature. There we go. We just completed the second berry farm. We'll go ahead with one of his upgrades anyways. Was he missing? Lumber. Yeah, so we have no trees in anywhere. This place is not ready yet. Please finish it. Nice. Somebody please finish it. Did that dude just die or something? Where the heck did he go? He was standing right there and he just went poof. Glitchy maybe? I don't know. These are all tier 2 housing. We do have some supply of stones. Let's go ahead and shift put that to boost the 4 of them. It was asked about this hearth fireplace. The brick is another upgrade for the wood and coal efficiency, which I might have mentioned before, I don't remember, is shown right up here. So yeah, these are really nice houses. The appeals are quite high on them. People love living up there. It's beautiful country. It's just logging country. Everybody's happy in the logging lands. Now, part of the issue here is our disconnect between where our work is being done and where our charcoal is being produced. Wouldn't mind having had that different, where the charcoal is closer to here and this other stuff is kind of out of the way. We will expand and in the future relocate things as needs be. I'm going to go ahead with a decent sized farm here actually. I lied, I'm going to go 36 size farm. There to this one. It's a 50. And that. Maybe that one. Something like that. Good. Now, what I need here is some space for storage. This is going to be 5 tiles. That if I did it correctly, yes, I did. Okay. I'm going to let you guys build a 2 tile there. You'll make that first, and you'll tell them to make this to allow wheat. Nope, close that. Disconnect. There's a whole bunch of storage right across the road, Drake. You don't need to over-detail it, overwork it. It's hard. It's a hard habit to get out of. Now let's boost that guy. Boost the archery. I think we're probably close to being able to let this archery shut. In fact, I just boosted him, but he's out of wood. Didn't realize that. So you're going to shut off entirely. That's fine. It'll shove the workers off somewhere else. I wouldn't mind boosting the charcoal then, because having more charcoal in stock is going to help. Our wood is just not producing very quickly yet. It should be. There's another upgrade for you. Get a little more stone in stock, and we'll be good there. You guys should be getting a lot of wood. Oh, it's not hanging. It's not being delivered, is it? All that stone's also not being delivered. Okay, let's say about... Oh, we got 3 and 3 for the labor builder. Okay. We're not overbuilding right now, which is an oddity for me. Pig farm is being made. This one has the options to allow you to kill the entire stock off, kill them off when they're above half capacity, or let them harvest when they're above full capacity. You just let them go with full unless you want to, I don't know why you'd want to go to half, but killing them all you want to do anytime you're going to move the ranch. You'll get the card back when you delete it, but if you delete it, all the animals just vanish, as far as I've seen. Let's go with G to bring up our stone and let them take care of this as well. Now there is a lot of space up here that's not going to be woods land, so we could remove this to add some more woods into the stock. In fact, this is all wood. It needs to go right there and right there. That's outside of the range of, and so is this, outside of the range of our foresters and all that jazz, so it's good. Now the forester, these foresters should be non-fruit trees, non-fruit tree, and plant non-fruit trees. Cut any type. Go ahead with the upgrades there and there. You do have employees in all of them. Oops, shut that off the wrong way. Didn't mean to actually force it to the off position, but it happens. Alright, so today, oh there we go, another research. We got plantations unlocked. We'll have a look at that tomorrow. I think we're going to need to get iron working done here pretty soon. We're going to switch to iron working. Even if we just build a smelter and import the iron ore until we can get a place to mine it, that might be advantageous for it, or at least less cost than forcing us to buy the tools. Right? We can make a blacksmith, smelter, and a blacksmith, and then import the iron ore rather than importing the ore or the metals, or the even worse, the tools. They're really pricey. We did just unlock a dye. That's up here. That's this card, dye and cotton. We hit both of those, and we can now make fields into dye or cotton. If you look here, we can't make it into dye or cotton because it's not in a province that shows that. So in here, if we built a farm, in here, in a terrible location, we would get the message that we could build cotton farms here. Not something we're going to do, so stop it. Up here would be dye, but it's curious about the fertility in the area. It's not great. Not great at all, is it? Where's the border line? Go to the none overlay. Oh yeah, that's a fairly limited space. So it's kind of where that stone line is, and along there. This is all we were able to do for the dye. Not huge fertility in there, is there? In fact, it's terrible fertility in there. Same with the cotton. The cotton's sitting on an absolutely crap spot too. Okay, well the grapes at least are in a really lush spot. The cocoa, it's even worse. Actually, this is cocoa chocolate plantation potential up there, so that's something. I'm going to unlock this field for now. That's going to give us a little more space for our dude here, and eventually give us another, oh there he is, another forester. Are we overdoing it on the forestry? Absolutely. Is that intentional? Absolutely. Have I been burned one too many times by run out of trees? Yep. We'll do that. That's fairly equalized, I suppose. It's just nice and uniform along there anyways. Now, I don't know if there's housing, if this is enough housing. Like, there's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 of them working there, and each of these houses holds, well, 2 adults and kids. So that's technically enough. I don't know, though. I don't know if they, like, will go grab the fishermen, and this guy will have to live way down here or something. Not really sure at all how that's going to play out. Let's go ahead and upgrade as many of those as we can. Now we're insulating the housing a little better. There we go. Short on stone, but we'll get there. But we're going to have to put in a cut for today. We've got our forestry expanded in the north here. The idea is to, at some point, put in some dye farming up here, and that's it. We'll have dyes, and they will be transported down here. And we might expand out that way later with something, but I don't want this territory to be crowded, ever. I want all these foresters, and even if we add more later in, to just be able to cut trees all day long and all day and all night, and just never run out. So the idea is that this should be able to forest a lot of our needs going forward, and then that wood can be carted across here and turned into charcoal by these fellows down here, or some number of these fellows down here. I'm not sure how many it'll need, but if we can do that, then we can tell our houses stop getting stone and stop getting wood entirely and get coal. Now, right now seem to have a lot of wood and very little coal in the houses, if any. Where's our coal? Do you have coal stock there? We do. Okay. I think what we're going to do is see if it's mid-autumn. I don't want them to run out, so we'll skip it. Oh, they have wood. Then they'll grab coal. I presume this winter they'll grab the coal they need. Look at all this wood sitting on the ground. It's terrifying. It's horrible. No builders, but we have laborers, so we should be able to pick it up. All right, well, thank you so much, and let me know what you think and how your games are going if you just recently got access to the game through the new the fact that it's now available, out in early access. Thank you, Pun, and the whole team there for making this amazing game for us. I'm loving it. Taking our time on this series, but we'll be back with more every day for you guys going forward for a while here at least. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know what your game is like and any hints or tips that you can pass on to anybody right down in the comment section down below. That would be fantastic. Thank you, everybody, and we will see you in game.